I have to go and commentate. Do I? Do I? Oh well. Never mind, folks. Hello, it's Suzuka for round 8 of the Division 2 GTS season. And things are a bit more normal. Well done to Smalley and AJ for Wednesday night. But I'm back. So, oh well, never mind. So, Suzuka, what are we expecting? Well, this car is going to go be like a shopping trolley, I'd imagine. Strategy-wise, I really don't know what to expect. We'll see. So, just while we're waiting, we'll look at some championship standings for Division 2. So, got Ball Boy still out on top with 95, Doc Cope on 78, Super Bounty on 67 after a tremendous victory at Red Bull Ring. Riccardo Patrese on 58, Hyder on 55, Tim on 48, Alpha on 46, The Cube on 43, D Robots on 40, Grim on 26, Thomas on 25, Marco on 24, Smalley on 23, Bagpuss on 20, Havoc on 19, Robot on 18, Love Session Danny on 10, Ben on 8, Pikey on 3, and Multi on 2. So there we have it. There's the championship standings as they run at this second in time. So 5 o'clock is now hit, so I'm expecting Smalley to press the command for quality to start. Oh no, sorry, we're just waiting for some people to enter the room still. Who'd have thought that entering a room would take long time? So, there's a newbie in this week's race, so we're looking at him. It's AFM 2003. In a very grey looking BM. Grey is a very apt colour for this car, because it's gloomy as anything. The Cube there. Then we've got Sammy Carter in this race. I'm impressed with how he's able to race upside down. There's Doc Coop having a bit of a rallycross moment. As we're just about to start quali. Danny's in this race again. He'll be commentating on the D1 race at 7 o'clock. So in a couple hours time. So I'm not going to follow Smalley on the start because he's on the mediums. I'm going to follow the guy who is next out as they all come sprinting out the pit lane. So just wait for everything to shake out. It's going to be Sammy Carter, I think, is going to be on the first lap. I'm just trying to see where everybody is. So let's see. Smalley. Is it only just leaving the pit lane? I don't know where everybody is, by the way, folks. I'm just busy trying to figure that out. Smalley's first out on track, but he's going to be in the pits, I'd imagine, at the end of this lap. because he's on the mediums. Sammy Carter's next. They're coming around Spoon, which I'm politely informed isn't in fact named after a table after what you use to eat something with. So I'm going to watch Sammy Carter. He's going to be the first guy on a lap. And I'm going to go on board with the Australian as he heads through the Casio Triangle, and he's going to head across the start-finish line, heading down into turn 1. Oh no, he's letting Riccardo Patrese through there. Oh, and he's off. He's off already. So Riccardo Patrese is going to take up the chase for us, heading through the S's. This is a very technical section which you've got to get right. And he's heading now, after he's completed this S's, he's going to head into the Dunlop curve. It's very easy to run out wide there, and he gets, and that's alright, that's a good rotation now into Degner 1, and into Degner 2. That's very, very nicely done. Heading down now to the hairpin. It's a horrid corner, and there's a little bump right on the inside which can unsettle the car. He now heads out towards the Spoon curve. Let's see what he shifts down to, 3rd gear. And now he's down to 2nd for the second part, because the second part's tighter than the first. Heading out to the exit, now he's heading down to 130R. Now, with proper cars and proper setups, this corner is flat. He's not flat. He's having to lift off there a bit. But that was nicely taken as he now heads into the Casio Triangle. Right, left. As he now is heading towards the start finish line, and he heads for a 2-minute flat early on. Good time. Vroom's going to be next across the line. What's his opening gambit going to be? 2:02. Sammy Carter's not very good time there. D. Roberts is next. He's going to go to 2:01. Alpha next across the line. He's going to be 2:03. Doc Co-op 2:10-ish. Stickman's next. What's his opening gambit going to be? 2:03. Sammy Carter has started a new lap. Last session's on a fresh lap. Bounty's already abandoned this lap. So now I'm going to watch Bounty and see where Ralph Sash, see where he's at in terms of pace. No, I tell a lie, I'm not. I'm going to watch Smalley. As he's starting his brand new lap. Heading through the first 2 turns, you can see the car's really got attitude there in the second part. Heading through the S's now. Left, right, left, and there's another right here. Now he heads through Dunlop curve. That looked like a half decent line there for Biggie Smalls. Yellow flag somewhere. Someone had an off. I can't see it. No problem, and off it go again as he comes out of the deck that curves and into the bottom hairpin. There he goes. No dramas there. Now Smalley heads out. And he heads towards Spoon Curve again. Head to the left and then you'll head Sorry, heads left, and that left tightens up again. Sammy Carter improves his time just a little bit. Smalley now is heading up towards 130R. It's not flat. And he's off wide. As now he heads through the Casio triangle. Bounty sets a 2:18. I think that puts him in the top 4. Smalley heads across the line, goes 7th. Yeah, Bounty's in the top 4. There we have it. So then we've got Stickman there in 8th. Alpha in 9th spot. Illicit Power. Sammy Carter just busy building a sandcastle. Danny goes 2:03 for his first lap. Oh, Ben, they've got the Hube, is still desperate to get a timing. And also the new Spaniard. In fact, the Hube's gone 2/10 quicker first section. He heads now into Degner's 1, and then he heads into Degner 2. Very nicely done on the apexes. AFM actually goes pole there. That's a good time there. Now the Hube, what can he do? He heads up into Spoon. And now he heads up to 130R. What's his time looking like? 7/10. Oh, he's up. Wow, this could be a superlative time from the Hube. I haven't watched this most of this lap. It's looked good. You have to admit, as he now heads through the final corner now, trying to take the line the least resistance, and he does take pole by 3/10 from AFM. Danny improves his time a little bit as well. We've got the Hube, AFM, and then Riccardo Patrese in 3rd. And he's slightly improving on his time there now. D. Robertson 4th. There's the 2nd separating 1st to 4th. And you've got Sammy Carter there in 5th doing a half decent job. Bounty in 6th. Let's see what he can muster in this lap. Nope, he's not going to improve. He's going to be starting 6th, and he's going to be banging the midfield. So that's not worth watching. Sammy's not going to improve. So let's see where Riccardo Patrese's at. Quali, we're now heading towards a crescendo. Yeah, he is 2/10 up, which could stick him on the front row. Let's have a look. As they head through the Casio triangle for the final time. Here he goes across the line, and it is... he stays 3rd. Wow, okay. Hube trying to steal a little bit of slipstream. I wouldn't even bother trying to do that personally, but hey ho. Hube, is he improving? No, he's not. Grimm improves his time but stays 8th. D. Roberts improves his time but stays 4th. Sammy Carter's not going to improve, neither's Bounty. Doc Corp will stay 7th and Grimm will stay 8th. Smalley stays in 9th. Stickman's going to come through for the final lap. He's not improving. Danny, let's see what he does here. 2 or 1, 2 or 2. I don't think he's going to improve. Nope. There he goes, Alpha. Let's see what he's doing. He's not going to improve his time neither. Last session's already given up on the session. Illicit Power's not going to be improving his time, and neither's Ben. So we've got the Hube on pole with AFM second. That's a good effort on his OFR debut. Decent time from him. And you've got Riccardo Patrese third, D. Robertson fourth, Sammy in fifth, Bounty's going to start sixth, Doc Coop in seventh, and then you've got Grimothy Dalton in eighth, Smalley ninth, and then seeing out the top 10 will be the Stickman. Then you've got Danny, there he is, Alpha, Last Sesh, Illicit Power, and then Ben, who struggled to get a time together. Right, there we go. That's the qualify ended. Right, getting ready for the start. So we've got the Hube, AFM, Riccardo Patrese, D. Roberts, Sammy Carter, and Suzuka Bounty in the top 6. So we'll watch from AFM's point of view. Waiting for the 5 red lights, and we are off and racing. AFM has made a half decent start. There's Riccardo Patrese. He's trying to make sure he keeps his lead. In fact, AFM takes the lead. He had the inside heading into turn 1. Now he takes it from the Hube with Riccardo Patrese in third. D. Roberts getting all fishtaily out of turn 2 and into the S's. And keeps his place there. That's a good job from him. Sammy Carter in 5th spot. Oh, I thought I saw... Yep, Grim was being shoved out wide there by Co-op. That's a little bit unfortunate there for the Rod and Pollux duo. There's Grim there, he's back out on track. Illicit Power's made a half decent start into 10th. And then Love Sesh is up to 9th as well. Love Sesh is on the mediums. Illicit Power has gone medium front and soft rear. Interesting strategy. He's off. Oh! I did think he was going to go straight into half sesh there, but he's managed to avoid it. So now that's Danny up to 11th, Stickman in 12th, Smalley's up to 13th. In fact, no, Smalley's dropped places. And you've got Illicit Power and Ben there at the rear. Now then, battle for the lead between AFM and the Hube. Heading through 130R. AFM's doing a half decent job here. Into the Casio Triangle, the Hube's making the move down the inside. And doesn't quite make it stick, but he's going to try the crisscross on the exit. AFM's going to hold the inside here. And it is going to be side by side going into turn 1. Who can hold the nerve the longest? AFM holds it. Good job. Good job there from AFM. So I've got the ability to go on board with people. I'm just going to exit out and go back in. No dramas. So there we go. I'm going to go back to the front. As AFM is now trying to hold off here from the Hube. In fact, I'm going to go on board with the Hube from his point of view. See how he goes about attacking AFM. Heading through Dunlop curb. And now heading up towards the Degner complex, Degner 1 and then Degner 2. In fact, now you can just see that AFM just made a wee break, so his car might be just a little bit better heading through the Degners. Ricardo Patrese in third, he's going to be keeping a very close watch and brief. Dean Roberts in fourth. Everyone's just starting to spread out a wee bit. Bounty in fifth. Doc Co-op was up there in sixth. Alpha is in seventh. That's a big gap there now at Sammy. Laugh Sesh ninth, and then you've got a battle for 10th here between Danny Grimm and Stickman. Heading up through Spoon Curb. Danny's doing a good job here, and Grimm's going to have to be careful here because he's going to have the Stickman all over him. Heading up towards 130R. Grimm's actually taking a look toward down the inside of Danny for 130R, which is optimistic. That allows Stickman through. In fact, he's going to try and make 2 and 1, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then Smalley's just dropping back a bit now. He's showing a start on the soft tyres. Interesting. Laugh Sesh, sorry, yo. Illicit Power there, and then Benny's dropped back. So AFM has actually broken clear of the Hube here by about... that gap's fluctuating. It was about a second just before. Now he's just written clear. In fact, he's run wide. Just as I say that, he's run wide, and that's allowed the Hube into the lead. And Ricardo Patrese into second. D. Roberts up to third. And now AFM's trying to hold off from Bounty as he's run wide coming out of Degner and onto the AstroTurf. Not to be confused with Astro Smurf, he doesn't race in OFR anymore. Now can he hold off Bounty, who is of course our most recent race winner from Red Bull Ring. In fact, nope, he's off. He sailed right off into the weeds. The Spoon, and in fact now he's off in the gravel. So that's now allowed Bounty through into fourth and Co-op into fifth. AFM's come back up into sixth, but that's unfortunate. So now, watch Co-op, he's going to try and sail down the inside of Bounty into 130R. Can he do it? Yes, he can. And now Bounty has actually regained the place. A good effort from these two. And Bounty's managed to hold on to fourth place and do a good job of it. Nice job. Now Bounty is menacing all over the back of... sorry, Co-op was menacing all over the back of Bounty. Heading through the S's. Now heading up through the Dunlop curb. It's very difficult to make an overtaking move around this part of the track. It's more than likely going to be just a one line move, and it's going to be up to the driver to pressure the guy in front to make a mistake. Whereas now, Co-op looking all over his fat, he's going to have a look down the inside into the hairpin. Bit of contact, but to me, Co-op had the corner down the inside, and he's through now into fourth place. Good job there. And now Bounty is trying to regain the place back, and he's forced his way down the inside. Co-op's running a little bit wide, running out of Spoon. This is going to be side by side and into 130R. going on board with Bounty. You can see it's absolutely side by side. And he's regained the spot back. As Corp looking for a way back in, and that's not going to happen. Good move there from Bounty to regain the place back from Corp. These two battling have allowed AFM back into the equation, and straight away he's looking down the inside now before going into turn one. Can he make the move stick? Oh, he's nudging. No, that wasn't really necessary. He just needed to back out of that a little bit. He's through, but he really needed to not make any contact there. And now AFM's up and all over the back of Bounty for fourth spot. Heading through the Dunlop curve. In fact, he's trying to find his way down the inside. That's it. You've got to be a brave man to make a move there. You'll never make a move there in a month of Sundays. And now he's trying to find his way past Bounty. Bounty runs wide coming out of second Degner. What's Bounty going to do? Is he going to let him go? Oh, he's he hit the grass and decided he's going to do some disco moves, but it's cost him a place to Co-op as well in the same breath, and that's allowed Co-op back in to have another go at Bounty. These three are providing great entertainment for us so far, but their battling is letting the top three go. So now let's see if Bounty can hold off Co-op again. Heading into 130R. Co-op having a look down the inside. Nothing doing. Oh, a little bit of nudging. But nothing too severe. Bounty runs wide into the first part of the Casio triangle. And now Co-op is losing a wee bit of ground now to Bounty. And now he could be under attack himself from AFM heading into turn one. Bounty, Co-op had a look down the inside of Bounty, but nothing doing. Into turn one. And Bounty carries on, holding on to the place. Apologies if I'm not focusing on any other cars a minute, but this is a good little battle. And you'd much rather watch battling in a race situation, because the top three they're a little bit separated at the minute, whereas these three are probably the closest on track. As now AFM's up and down the inside, and Co-op forces. That was not necessary. I'm sorry, but there is no way you can make a move going through the Dunlop curve and be side by side into Degner. It's too tight. And that's cost Co-op and AFM time. That was needless. That was utterly needless. And now that's just allowed Bounty free reign to get away in fourth. Co-op in fifth, AFM sixth. Sammy Carter there in seventh spot. Now we've got side by side action between Alpha and Grim. Heading up towards Spoon. Alpha is getting ahead of Grim. And moves up into 8th. Grim is in 9th, and he's doing a decent job here, Grim. It's good to see him doing a good job as well. There's Laugh Session 10th, and he's doing a good job on the mediums. You've got then Smalley's worked his way up to 11th. And he's got the Stickman behind him for company. There's Danny in 13th, proving that BMWs do have indicators. This at power, and then you've got Ben at the right at the back. So now the Hube has got Riccardo Patrese half a second back from him. He's just working his way into this race here. So that's something to keep an eye on. Then you've got D. Roberts in third. Then you've got Bounty's in fourth now, on a little bit on his own. Co-op in fifth. Sammy Carter's worked his way up to sixth, ahead of AFM, who's now in seventh spot. So just for this stage in the race, I'm just going to go back to the front two, whereas the Hubes now actually got a second and a half clear of Riccardo Patrese. There he goes, heading through. Oh, the Hube's off. The Hubes just hit the AstroTurf there on the outside spoon and just went absolutely spinning around like a top, which now puts Riccardo Patrese in the lead of this race. Hube goes down to second. He's going to have D. Roberts close by, battling for third any second. Bounty's managed to break away from them two, or getting these cars sideways, heading out 130R. Have an accident there, you're having a major accident. Co-op's given himself a bit of a break in fifth as Sammy Carter makes use of the wall. No dramas, there we go, that's fine, no problem. So Bounty, the Hube and AFM are in the pit lane already. So this is early. They're possibly doing a two-stopper. I say possibly. They are doing a two-stopper. But of course now he's got the traffic to work through, so he's got Lavsesh there in 8th. He's got to work his way past. We've got to be he's got to be very patient with it first, so we need to exercise a little bit of control here. He's got past Lavsesh already, so that's a good job there from Bounty, back into 8th. There we've got Smalley up into 7th spot. Stickman has worked his way into 6th for now. Hube in 5th, he's got Grimm ahead of him. Grimm's worked his way up to 4th through the pit stop phase. Be interested to see which people go for one stoppers, or if anyone indeed does go for the one stopper. As the Hube works his way down the inside of Grimm. Good job. Riccardo Patrese's in from the lead. D. Roberts carries on. He's going to try the one stop, I think. Co-op, what's he going to do in terms of pitting? He's in. He's in. The Hube there has worked his way up 3rd spot and through the Casio triangle. Grimm in 4th, I'm expecting him to be in now. There he goes. He makes for the pit lane. Stickman makes for the pit lane as well. Get the camera sorted and off we go. No dramas. Smalley in 9th, still going. He's not really. That's actually not bad. I've seen people's tyres looking worse than that. AFM in 6th. Let's see what his pace is like for this stage of the race as he heads through the S's. He's on the back of Smalley. He's got a significantly faster car, but doesn't need to take any chances. He'll get past quick enough. He needs to learn his lesson from when he tried to attack Doc Co-op before and not try and take him off. Heading through the Degners, he's okay this time around, but he is pushing the back of Smalley. Needs to be careful doing that. That could be very counterproductive for the pair of them. Now he's having a look down the inside, but Smalley does a good job defending. But he runs wide on the exit, so that gives him the place. That's all you need to do, is just be patient. If you keep pushing and nudging the back of somebody, eventually you're going to shove them off and into the gravel. And he just needs to be careful doing that to other drivers. Yes, you cannot avoid contact all the time, but there is no way you need to keep doing that. All the best drivers in OFR are clean drivers. And doing stuff like that will not endear you to anybody. There's now AFM, he's up to 5th. Let's see if he can gain time back on Smalley. Crazy interesting, he's come out behind the Hube, but looking at fuel, Riccardo Patrese fuel, I think, to the end of the race, quite possibly. I wouldn't have done that, personally speaking. He's heading up through the Dunlop curve. D. Roberts is still out in front. And look at those tyres at the front, they are screaming. They are screaming. We've been tortured more than enough, thank you. Hube in second, there's Riccardo Patrese in third, so that's separated out. Something's happened with Bounty, because the FM's now up to 4th. I suspect Bounty's had an off there because he's 7 seconds down his best time. And now the battle's rejoined between him and Co-op for 5th spot. Co-op trying to engineer a move. But again, nothing's doing, so now as they head up through and into Spoon. Let's see, Co-op's... Oh, lovely move there from Co-op. Hey, sold Super Bounty the dummy there. And has made a great move into 5th. Nice job there from Co-op. Very nice job. And now Bounty's flashing the lights. Yeah, he's trying to distract him. He's looking down the inside of 130R. I didn't need to do that. Now heading up into the Casio Triangle. It's still side by side. Bounty, and he's off. He's off. He shoved Co-op off onto the gravel. That was yeah, that wasn't good. That was not good from no, that was needless. That was utterly needless. Co-op, I think, can find himself very hard done by. And now Larfsash has got a train behind him now for 7th place as well. He's got Sammy Carter locking down the inside, and he's got Alpha there for company, and he loses 2 places. Loses 2 places to Alpha and Sammy. So now you can see he's on the medium tyres and he's made them go a long way. On the 11th lap, Grim has Stickman behind him for company. There he is. Heading through the hairpin. Smalley there in 12th still. D. Roberts is finally in from the lead. There's Danny turning his BM into a BMW lawnmower. There's a power there. He's just about kept it there. Good job. Ben there still going. So now Hugh will take over the first spot. Got Patrese in second. AFM's now worked his way up into third. D. Roberts is off the room. Oh, okay. Might have had a problem, who knows. But now it's allowed AFM back up into third. Now it's between two for the victory. Bounty there's now up into fourth. Let's see, Corb's going to close back up to him pretty quick. As now he heads through the Degners. I'll keep an eye on that time and see if that time comes down. There's Sammy Carter in sixth. And he has Alpha running very wide coming out of Degner 2. Did a very good job keeping that on the straight and narrow. Good job. There's Stickman in 8th heading through the hairpin. Grim in 9th. Larsesh has finally pitted. And he's actually come out in 10th. Good effort. I actually think the two-stopper is going to be quicker because you're going to wear your tyres out very quickly around here. That's what I think. That's what I think personally, stop-wise. That's what a lot of runners are doing in this race, is doing a two-stopper. Because a lot of the one-stop, in fact all the one-stoppers are down the back. And their tyres are absolutely smashed to smithereens. It's Danny now in 12th spot has... It's a power not a million miles away. Then Ben in 14th. So now Hugh has a 2.5 gap on Riccardo Patrese. AFM's working his way back into this fight. And he's not a million miles away. Ben getting out of the way there. Good job from Ben. Bounty in 4th, really fighting. And has actually dropped Corp a bit. I think Corp might have made a bit of a boo-boo. But he's back and racing again. Now Bounty is doing well to keep 4th spot. There's Corp in 5th. There's Sammy Carter not a million miles away in 6th. This is the closest battle we have at the minute in 7th spot that I can see right now, I think. So now Alpha is battling the Stickman. So I'm going to go on board with the Stickman's point of view, see where he can make the move cleanly. Going side by side in the 130, oh that's not wise. Oh! And Alpha keeps the place. I'm not quite sure how, but he keeps it. Now heading through Casio Triangle, the start finish line. Stickman carries on the chase. Now, let's see what Mac can do. Defending here from... Oh, he's run wide. That's just given Stickman all the room he needed to get through, and he's got through. Good job. Kept the pressure on and that's made the mistake pay. So now that's the Stickman up into the 7th spot. Was patient there, didn't try to force the issue, and Alpha made the mistake. So that's a good move there. Grim in 9th. A little bit lonely now in 9th spot. Lav Session 10th. He's got Smalley closing up to him. Is now heading through Dunlop Curve. They go. Ricardo Patrese in. He'll not need to take on too much fuel, I wouldn't imagine. There's now last sessions. I've got Smalley having a look down the inside. And away we go again, so... So now they head up into Spoon. Now let's see what happens. Last session sort of keeping the line, driving in the middle of the road, forcing, meaning there's no room to go for Smalley. Smalley then has a look down the outside into the final corner, little nudge but nothing too severe. Off we go again, and now Smalley has to try and redress the balance. See where he can make the move heading into the first turn. Lav Session is doing a good job here in defending. And he's keeping Smalley firmly behind him. I said Power doing a half decent job here in 12th. He's ahead of both Danny and Ben, so he's doing a half decent job here. As now we have the Cuban first. He's gonna be in this time because of the blinky red light of doom. There he goes, and the FM follows him in. Meaning this guy, I believe, is going to be the new race leader. So he's heading through 130R there and still in the pit lane. See how he goes this time by. Doc Corp's in as well, so now there you go, there he goes into the lead. The lead of this motor race. And he's got about an 8-second gap. Back to the Hube, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. AFM's close by, and Bounty's been in the pits for the second time. See where Quad pops out. There he goes. We're going to have a... Oh, Bounty's off. Bounty's had an off at the first corner. And there goes Quad flying by into 4th. You just hit the tyre squeal of someone flying off, and it was this man. That's allowed Quap through it and have an easy buy into 4th. And there's Sammy Carter in 6th. There's in 7th spot Alpha. There he goes through the S's. Grimothy in 8th. He's got Stickman in very, very close proximity to him. No social distancing there. And then you've got Lavsesh and Smalley, who's actually dropped off the back of Lavsesh a little bit. Danny has got back ahead of Illicit Power and back ahead in 12th now. Ben, who has not, he's not had one of his better races today, unfortunately. So now that gap is coming a little, that's coming down between him and the Hube. But the Hube has AFM very much for company. Now we're going to see some fireworks. There's now he's looking down the inside of turn 1. In fact, the Hube's off. Hit the AstroTurf and he slid wide. And he's kept it pointing the right way. Good job. Keeping it pointing the right way, but it's cost him second spot. So now let's just keep an eye on this, because I'm anticipating some fast lap times out of AFM. He's already sitting on the fastest lap of the race. What's he like now? He's very close to his fastest lap. And that was with battling with the Hube as well. So just keep an eye on this battle for now. There's now heading through Spoon Cave. Let's see what sort of time he's knocking out for the middle sector. 10th down. I'm interested to see Riccardo Patrese time at the end of the lap, because that time's creeping down. That's a 2:01 flat. And that's a 2-minute flat, so that's about a second. Yeah, it's just under a second he's faster. But it'd be interesting to watch him on a lap where he's absolutely totally clear of traffic. See if he can close up. Hube's going to have to settle for third now. And he's got a comfortable gap now back to co-op and fourth. Then you've got Bounty in fifth. There's Sammy Carter across the line, sixth. Alphanat's gone. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Never mind. That allows Grim to 7th. Stickman, there he goes in 8th. Battle coming up still between Lavsesh and Smalley. Smalley's closed back up. We'll come back to that in a bit. Danny 11th, Illicit Power 12th. Ben's in the pit lane again. That gap is shrinking. Sorry to alarm you fans of Riccardo Patrese, but that gap's shrinking. And that's now below 5 seconds. We could be in for a very, very fierce end of race battle coming up. And now he's got traffic, he's got Illicit Power in his way. It's a 2:18 last lap. That's a new fastest lap, a 1:59.8. That's 2 seconds. And finally Riccardo Patrese's worked his way past the back marker. if he carries on that sort of lap time, we're in for a lively finish here, folks. This could be a very lively end to the race. So something to keep an eye on. We've got 5th, there's 6th place man, Sammy Carter. Grimstone still doing a half decent job there in 7th, good effort from him. Stickman 8th, and then now as the battle still rages on between Laugh Session and Smalley. Laugh Session's doing a very good job here of defending from Smalley. But now Smalley's got the inside, he's made the move stick. Good job there from Smalley. Smalley now into 9th, good effort. Laugh Sesh down to 10th unfortunately. Danny up to 11th now, Illicit Power slides off. That's a decent bit of rallycross and he keeps his car pointing straight. Looks like Riccardo Patrese has stemmed the tie for now because of the lap traffic that AFM's had in trying to get past. So let's just watch the lap time here for the end of the lap. Riccardo Patrese coming across the line. 2:15 is the last lap. That was more or less exactly the same lap time. That gap stayed similar to 4 seconds. But the chase resumes again, and this time AFM and Riccardo Patrese have nothing between them in terms of cars. Looking on the mini-map, Riccardo Patrese has Danny in front of him. So lap traffic could still yet be a factor in this race. Don't go anywhere. This could be a lively old finish. Come back to them. There's Hube 3rd, Doc Quartman 4th, got a gap now to Bounty in 5th. Sammy Carter 6th and still Grim in 7th. Stickman 8th and Smalley's managed to pull away from Laugh Sesh. Danny has the lap traffic coming. There's Illicit Power and Ben. So now, heading back to the front is Danny getting out the way. Where is he? They're heading up the smooth curve. Danny is not... it's a bit of an awkward place to catch somebody. It's very awkward to get out the way there. Danny's done it. Well done, Danny. Good job. But that gap is now decreased to 3 seconds. Blue flags will be there. It's just seeing where the guy is to actually get through. That's the only problem you've got. This is an old style circuit. It's narrower than you think. Now that lap time is a second quicker. Last lap through. So the gap's down to 3 seconds. I don't think he's got enough time. I do not think he's got enough time to make the move stick. Will Danny get out of the way? Yeah, they're heading through the S's. Let's see. Danny's not moving. This is the problem that you've got. It's an old style circuit. It's practically impossible. Danny, no! Yeah, if Danny wasn't going to get out the way, yeah. But now the chase can resume. And again, there's more lap runners. This time it's Ben. And thankfully he does get out the way. So now And now Riccardo Patrese has 2 seconds. He should manage it to the end here. But his tyres are more worn than AFM's. Hube's in third there. He's got a comfortable gap. Co-op's got a comfortable gap to Bounty. Bounty's got just about enough gap back to Sammy Carter. Grimm in 7th. Oh, he almost loses it, but keeps it on the tarmac just. Stickman in 8th. Got Smalley for company. And Smalley's got Lavsesh still not too far away. Then you've got Danny, Illicit Power and Ben, who's staying out of the way of everybody. Final lap, and it's down to a second. It is down to a second. It's final lap, and it is Shredsville time. Heading through the S's, it's less than a second. Oh my goodness me. What is it with dramatic finishes and me commentating? I had this in the F1 Division 1 race yesterday. And now we're back here again today in Gran Turismo. AFM's doing a mighty job here. They've actually putting the pressure on. But you have to say at the same time, Riccardo Patrese's doing a good job for himself and actually absorbing the pressure as they head up the spoon one last time. Hats off to AFM because he was down in 5th or 6th earlier on after a mistake, and he has just absolutely blitzed his way back, and now he's closer than ever, heading down to 130R. And now Riccardo Patrese's having to defend. Oh no! Oh no! What? No, AFM, no. AFM's actually slowed. He's actually stopped. He's actually not wanting to gain advantage there. As now coming across the line, Riccardo Patrese will claim the victory from AFM and the Hube. Hats off. Very good sportsmanship there from AFM. He didn't gain advantage from the contact, so well done to AFM for that. And well done to Riccardo Patrese for his first OFR win. Doc Corp comes across the line 4th. Good job for him. Super Bounty's next across the line. He's going to finish in 5th. Good job for him as well. That's more points. Sammy Carter now is going to head across the line in 6th for his first Division 2 race, and he's done a good job today. So nice job from Sammy Carter. Next across the line will be Grimothy, who's had a very solid race for himself. Finished the 7th. Nice job. Next across the line will be the Stickman. There he goes. Smalley's going to finish in 9th spot. And Lavsesh is going to claim the final point in 10th. Only person left across the line will be Mr. Danny and Ben as well. But Ben's going to cross the line first. There he is. He's heading through the Casio Triangle for the final time. Ben, you shouldn't be doing this. And here comes Danny, and across the line. One last time, and he finishes 11th. Oof. Wow. The best thing I can say to you guys now is breathe. After an eventful race there, so that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. The one starts in about an hour's time. So thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.